Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail back with more scrolls. I've been doing a lot of recording today, so I apologize if my voice is a little off, but that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. I'm going to be doing a quick look again at Judgment. Now that I've kind of gotten my feet under me a little bit, I kind of understand the drafting process a little better, and obviously picking cards is pretty easy, but actually picking cards that work well together, a little bit more of an intricate art or something like that. So I'm going to use gold. I'm down to 400 something, but that's mainly because I have been buying some cards in the store, in the little card store place, that I feel like will be able to sell pretty well. So my goal today is to do something I've never done before, which is to make a mono energy deck. And to do that, I'm going to be going through through a lot of cards, and hopefully this whole thing will align with my goals. Well, no, I don't know if that's going to be the case. But we're going to start by getting a cannon automaton here, where there's another one down here. So let's hear Metal Heart. Gains attack equal to the number of structures you control until end of turn. That's interesting. Do I want to possibly take some growth and have growth energy deck? I'm trying to go for mono energy, so we'll see how that goes. And I may get the cards for it, or I may get a bunch of crap for it, but either way, we're going to play it and see. Like right here. You know what? We have all of these cards available. Let's get some cheap crap. Just in case. So State Machine or Charge Coil. Both of those are really nice. I kind of wish they weren't on here together on the same row. And we get a Law Memorial down here as well. So I could potentially play with some order perhaps. So that'd be pretty nice. But State Machine's good because it does damage whenever something comes in, then it comes and gets destroyed. Charge Coil is good because it stays on the board and it attacks every turn. So I'm actually going to go with the Charge Coil, as much as my gut is telling me State Machine, State Machine, State Machine. But yeah, we're going to go Charge Coil. We're going to give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that happens? I lose some gold and then I have to do all this again. So we'll grab the Law Memorial. Don't know if a lot's going to come out of it. I'm going to grab Inferno Blast because I like direct damage here. And we're going to get Violent Dispersal because that's the no-brainer card. Now for here, that's interesting. We're going to get Blessing of Haste. And there's another Machine Cracker, or Siege Cracker. Might as well get one. I have 3 automatons now. I'd love to get some other creatures here. So let's hear. Inferno Blast is good. Machine Priest, I still don't like that card. A Destroyer could be really interesting. It does attack every turn. So that's a start here, and we're just getting all kinds of crap here. So Ether Pump, apparently we're going for direct damage and then not much else. So I don't think there's going to be too much here other than plating. And there we go, Gravelock Raider or Blind Rage. Damage to count equal to countdown. All of units countdown is then increased by 1. I do need to start getting some creatures there. There's a Dust Runner down there that I'll be picking up. But I could get an Ether Pump there. I think I do kind of need the Gravelock Raider more than Blind Rage. Blind Rage is good, but it's situational. So Ether Pump there. Dust Runner. And I could get something for a little bit of growth, but growth doesn't feel too great. Refined Strategy, though, is a very depressing card. Heritage, probably a little too expensive. I'll get the Obelisk. We'll see how that does. So Sickening Fumes, interesting, but probably just going to go with Rigged. Not great. Metal Wonder, on the other hand, is fantastic. Metal Wonder, really like that. So we're going to see if maybe my opponents can kill themselves with spells. I don't know. Second Ether Pump is we're 22 cards in, and I still don't have a lot of creatures. I'm starting to get a little worried about that. Prox Charge could be good. I'm kind of tempted to take the Ragged Wolf. Faith Chains. When an enchanted creature is destroyed, Faith Chains deals damage. 1 damage to each of the opponent's idols. It's pretty expensive, though, so I'm going to go with the Prox Charge. This is going to be very much a turtle deck, and we have a Catapult of Goo, or we have a Skinned Zealot. We'll get the Catapult of Goo. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be able to do with it, but another Dust Runner is nice. Stone Pack Memorial is not very good. Might as well get Eye of the Eagle, at least to draw something there. So I'd love to get some other creatures other than what I have right now, because right now I have a bunch of removal and not much else, so there we go. Metal Heart's okay. Automata Forge, that's what I like to see. Metal Heart, once again, not great. But I do have a lot of structures. So what do I got here? We're very creature starved right now. And concentrate fire is not going to do me a ton of good at this point. You know, I might as well get this. I may be neutering myself with just the complete lack of creatures that I have here. But that's kind of the luck of the draft here. I have only so many ways to kill somebody, and really the disappointing thing is I haven't seen a lot in the way of burns or scorches. So there's not a lot of direct damage. So I'm actually may have to pivot here near the end with some other order creatures more than I'd like. Because yeah, we've got to get some stuff out here. Like Wings Captain is okay. It's going to cool down other soldiers, but I'm not really going to have much in the way of other soldiers. Okay, that's a good control card. I kind of like that a little better. Okay. It's still not great. Might as well take the tethered recruit, although I'm probably not going to play it. I could have gotten power bound, I guess. So let's see here. We finally get some stuff done here. Still not in a lot of way of creatures, so that's tough. I almost need to get the Gravelock Elder as much as I want to grab a State Machine. Only 10 possible cards left. Really, really creature starved here. Oh boy, didn't even get any Hellspitter Mortars, which is really weird. We'll get the Gravelock Raider. It's relentless. I don't know if that's going to do a ton of good, but it'll do something. We'll get the Desert Memorial as well. Spark finally. There we go. Stormrunner. Am I gonna get some good things on the river down here? Stormrunner. That's the kind of cards I need. Although once again, not a lot for idle damage, other than Siege Crackers, which I think I picked up 2. Yeah. So I've got a few creatures that I can play with, and I'm getting a second Automata Forge, which is good. This deck may be salvageable after all. Ember Bonds. Enchanted creature receives 2 damage before attacking. Pretty good removal. I'm going to get the State Machine, though, just because I want to see how it works. Automata Forge is good. Vengeance Veil. Enchanted Unit's health is increased. That's interesting for Resonant Helm. Tethered Recruit, not so good, but I might as well grab a second one. Blast Strike. Every time enchanted creature deals combat damage to unit. Blast Strike deals 1 damage to every unit adjacent to that unit. Might as well. Don't have too much else that we can play with here. Kind of the same deal here. In fact, we're not going to get... Oh my god, are we actually not getting any more energy scrolls down here? That's kind of nuts. Okay, well, we'll grab the Crimson Bull. I don't think it's going to do a lot of good. And I'll grab the Watcher here. So yeah, here we go. Just kind of not the best draft I've ever done in my life. You kind of go in expecting one thing to happen and then the cards don't show, but this deck may be salvageable just the same. So you know what, we'll grab a Roasted Bean Potion, because why not? Now I get to build my deck. Now this is one thing that really bothers me a little bit about Judgment, is that you only get one shot at building your deck. So we're going to pick 30 of our best scrolls, starting with those guys. We're going to need the Charge Coil, we're going to need the Automata Forges. Did I get both? Yes. Blast Strike's probably going to be good, but once again, I don't know why my mouse is spasming here. So 2 Dust Runners. I was hoping I had 3. Ether Pumps are good. Inferno Blast, I want all 3 of those. Might as well get the Law Memorial in here. Metal Wonder, that's good. Siege Crackers, good. Spark, State Machine. So we're getting a little short on cards here, so I'm gonna need these guys. Might as well put Blast Strike down here, just because. So let's see, that's 25 cards. We may have created a monster or a derpy thing, I don't know. So Horn of Ages, decent defense card. Desert Memorial is going to be just more for later on. Blessing of Haste. Let's see here. Because I kind of do need some creatures in here. So there's 30. We have the Ducal Infantrymen, which gives +1 attack, but it's +2. So let's go by cost. I like these 1-cost cards. I do have a Desert Memorial, which costs 2. and that's not going to do me a ton of good. I do have a Violent Dispersal, which costs 6. What cards am I currently not using from the energy deck? Metal Heart. I have a ton of creatures. Kind of wish I had more than one of those because, you know what? Metal Heart's probably going to be more of a winning card than the Memorial there. Although Memorial's not terrible for ramping. And I did put my Law Memorial in there, so there we go. Destroyer. I do think I want the Destroyer. And I do think I want Rigged. What do I take out for it, though? It's always the question. Probably Horn of Ages. And let's look at my stats here, because I don't have I have way more structures than I'm used to. I actually have 12 creatures, which is more than I thought. So that's not awful. I could probably go with 21 cards and be okay. I probably don't need to use Rigged. It's just that it is a pretty good disincentive for things attacking certain creatures. When a structure is destroyed in melee combat, its attacker takes 4 damage. That can be a pretty good protector card. I'm going to be playing pretty defensively. Just some things to think about here, but like I said, I'd love to kind of take this under advisement and have you all sort of pick apart my deck, but once I'm done here, I'm done here. But still, I got some decent cards. I could go with 31 and be okay. My Order Splash is kind of humorous to me. But I think for all of these things, Inferno Blast, Charge Coil is going to be decent. The Ether Pumps, which I have 3 of, can be devastating if I can just keep them out. Metal Wonder and Violent Dispersal aren't going anywhere. Neither is the Law Memorial. Blast Strike's good. I was really hoping for some Clock Libraries, and I did not see a single one. So that means I'm going to have less card draw here. So we'll just, because I really want to keep these creatures in here. Did I get any cheap creatures here? I did get an Eye of the Eagle, which gives me a little more. I didn't get much in the way of cheap stuff there. So Eye of the Eagle means I have to sacrifice, but I can sacrifice for a creature, and I do kind of need my creatures in here just a little bit. Let's get rid of Rigged. Let's put Eye of the Eagle in there. No, let's not put Eye of the Eagle in there. Let's keep it like this. Let's just keep it. We have a few order cards. We have some energy. And I'm sorry that last 4 minutes are like me just saying, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? But that's kind of how drafting goes when it says these are the cards you have. You don't necessarily have the card you hope for, but you got the cards that you need maybe. Like I said, I've seen some people bust out a few Clock Libraries and go to town because they don't die. I guess what I'm hoping for here is I can get some good action on the Ether Pumps. How am I going to do with this? I really don't know. Inferno Blasts are nice for clearing, are going to be nice for clearing things that have a lot of creature spam. Violent Dispersal, I'd love to have more than one, but I'll take what I can get with that. So we're just going to save this deck of Judge Energy, and we'll see how it goes starting next time. But I just want to do a quick drafting video just to get that on there, and then I'm going to try my best to record each of the games that are being played with this deck. So we'll see how that goes in the very near to not so near future. See you next time.